Welcome back to this Python course on EdNight. If you have not liked and subscribed to our YouTube channel, please like, subscribe and turn on that notification bell. So today we are going to be talking about lists. We are going to see what lists are in Python. So I can remember when we talked about data types, I mentioned a sequence type which is called a list, and I told you guys that I was not going to talk about it in that class. I told that I was going to talk about it later. So this is the class that was promised. So today we are going to see everything we need to know about lists, at least the important things we need to know about lists as a beginner. So what are lists in Python? Lists are an essential Python data structure that allow you to group together multiple values and reference them all with a common name. So just like a string, a list is a collection. It just helps you to group together different values. For example, you have a list of things to do, just a collection of items. In other programming language, you can hear something like array, but in Python we call them lists. A list just allows you to bring together different, like multiple characters, like multiple items, not characters, multiple items, and then just you can reference to all that thing with just like one name. For example, I have a name of every student in my class. I can create a list for that and name the list the name of every student in my class. So instead of coming to name a variable, name 1, name 2, name 3, name 4, I can just create a list, and then all the names I will just add them to that list. Now I can reference to any of that name or to all of the name anytime I want using just one variable name. So that is practically what a list is. So we are going to see how we can make a list. I'm opening my text editor. I'm using PyCharm. So to create a list, the first thing you need to name a variable. Let's name this variable my list. So now to create a list, you need to put the square bracket. Anytime you want to create a list, the square brackets are very important. This is what shows your interpreter that this is a list, because this is not the only collection data type that we have. So let's continue. So a list, I can have different items in my list. Let's say for example we're talking about names of people in my class. So the first student in my class might be John. Then to add another item, I must add this comma. This comma shows this is another item. So I have John. Maybe the next person should be Mark. The next person could be Paul. So these are the names of students in my class. Now, as I said, the list just allows us to collect different items and group them together with just a particular name. So let me console.log this. Let me print my list. Sorry, I was going a little bit JavaScript there. Let me print my my list. So let's say that okay, you can see like this is everything in my list. Now I don't have to create a variable for John, create a variable for Mark, create a variable for Paul. I can refer to all of them with just one name. I don't know if you understand the logic of lists now. So that is just what a list is. When we come to Python, that is practically what a list is. So another thing you need to know about lists is that a list, it doesn't have to be like same data type. A list can be a mixture of data type. Let me say I want to add maybe numbers here. I want to add integer. So the items that I can collect or group together are not limited. There can be items of different data types. if I should save this, you see there's no error caused. So my grouping or a list does not have any limit when it comes to data type. I can group any data type that I want with my list. So let's just like the way when we talked about string and some other things, we saw that some methods or built-in function that we can use with them. So for this course, I didn't prepare much of the built-in function. So I will task you with a job to go online, go and research, learn about the functions that we can use to work with list. For now, I'm going to be giving you like the essential one, the one that I think that are important to you as a beginner that you should know. So first, before I continue, I'm going to have we can also, just like in a string, we can use the membership operator to check if a particular item is in a list. We all know what the membership operator is, which is in. So I can be like 1. This is like asking it, is 1 in my list? You know the membership operator is the in, right? So it is true because of 1 is actually an item in my list. So so without further delay, let's see some of those functions, those built-in functions that we can actually use with when working with list. Okay. So the first one we're going to talk about is the pop. So my list dot pop. Now the pop built-in function removes the last item in a list. So I'm printing my list, as you can see. The pop removes the last item in a list. We can see 56 is out of my list. Now the pop can also remove any item I specified. For example, I want to remove the item at the index position 1. Let's see what will happen. So you can see Mike is no more a part of my list because Mike has been removed. So the pop built-in function, or the pop method rather, is used for removing items from a list. So if you want to find the length of a particular list, we use the length keyword, just like the way we use it for an array, a string. So we can print this. Let's save this and print it. So this list is made up of 5 items, meaning there are only 5 items in this list. So we have the which other one? We have the remove. Yes, the remove. So let's see. The remove, just like the pop, is also used for removing value from a particular list. So I can remove any item of my choice. Maybe I want to remove John. So we see John is no more a part of my list. We have append. So append is used for adding items to a particular list. For example, okay, I want to add Emmanuel to this list. Let's go with Emma. So we can see Emma is part of this list now. So these are just some functions or some methods that I just want to teach in this class. I want you to go and research for more, find more methods Find more methods that can be used for working with lists because you need to know them. Practice with it, learn them. So just like a string, we can also go to a particular location in a list using the index number. Every item on the list has an index location that we can access. So now, for example, I can print the item 5, the item 4, the fourth item on my list. I want to print the fourth item on my list. So the fourth item on my list is 56. I can also use the dot index to find the index location of a particular item in a list. So the index method. Now, which, let me say I want to find the index location of Paul. So let's print this. The index location of Paul is 2. So Paul is the second item in my list. So this is practically everything you need to know about lists on a beginner's level. So we've talked about some methods that I can use in working with lists, where we talked about the append, the remove, the length for finding the length of a list. We have the remove, the pop. There are many that you can find. Just go and read the documentation. You can find many of them. Practice. So again, thank you for watching. This tutorial is brought to you by Ednite. Like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell. Thank you.